So when you're on the toilet sitting doing this, do you have the lid closed or the lid open?
When I'm in here, I'm pooping. Welcome to the 6th episode of LadiesPoopToo. Here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna play you guys a clip, segments from each episode, and then you guys are gonna just react and then give your opinion.
The amount of times that I've been chilling on an elliptical or squatting and a guy comes up to me and he's like, hey, how many more steps left? And then they like walk away as if like, you know, they're literally just asking that, and then they come back and they're like, oh, by the way, I think I've met you before. And I'm like, you fucking haven't.
Going up to the gym, oh man. Personally, I would never put myself in that position because my calves are really small, especially on, I'm kidding. It depends. I say the bigger the headphones, the bigger the you. So if you're wearing AirPods, then maybe you could just be like, hey, how many more sets do you have left? What's your number? But if you have like their big ass headphones on, complete like deterrence. Like I'm not even gonna ask her. I'm gonna go like keep drinking out of the water fountain.
Well, first is that girls are scary, and talking to girls is super scary too. So then, you know, you just don't do it. I don't know. I just have this concept of like people are just kind of, if they're at the gym or like commuting, that's not like a come talk to me moment. Because like I know for me, like when I'm commuting to work and I see a coworker, I just preface with like, look, man, like I want to talk to you, but I need like 20 minutes of podcasts.
Okay, so I guess we can like agree on that. That's something that
girls are scary.
Okay, yeah, girls are we're a little intimidated.
The guy that took me out and the menu was like, the cheapest thing on there was like $45. I'm not even kidding. And I felt bad. When I got there, he was like, all right, so what do you want? And I was like, I'm good with the bread. Like I'll always offer. Like I always reach for my first two. I'll never be the type of girl that's just like.
So I agree with you.
I'm always going to pay, but for me, it's like, are you going to make the effort to try and split it? Like if we go there and my time with you is like a transaction, then I mean, it's a dub. But like if you even give the alligator arms, it's like, okay, like she's being considerate. And then also like second, even like having a little sister, I think paying as a girl is not the worst thing in the world, because there are guys out there where it's like, I will pick up the bill, but I'm gonna expect something else in return. But I
think a younger Justin would have said like, it's cool to split. Like it should be a split there. Just because like, we don't really have much of a connection. Like they're probably like, you know, isn't as much of a wage disparity when we were younger. And now as I got older, I realized I was just really broke and I didn't want to pay for girls. I think that if I ask you out, which is probably the convention where the guy's asking a girl out, then if you are the one who's doing the asking, I think that's okay to treat. And then it's always welcome if like we get coffee or dessert or whatever, you want to pick that up. That's always a good sign too.
I went on a date recently where a guy drove into the city for me and then his car got towed. He had to pay $300. So
what? That's an expensive date. First date.
Then the date after that, I went to him.
Yeah.
And I offered to pay the whole day. Like I paid for like pizza, I paid for the mini golf, like I paid for everything.
And he was about it?
Yeah, like of course he like pulled his like stuff I had to pay for it, and I was like, no, like I got it.
Yeah, but how did you feel about that? Because like you're asking the question of like, do guys think they should tip on the first date? But do you, in that situation, did you feel weird not having seen him offer?
Not at all. No, I was like,
No.
I felt so bad. I was like, I owe him. So, or like I want to show him too that I'm not after like, I don't know, anyone's money or anything, but it's just like a respectful thing to do.
Guys have this thing on like dating apps, I've noticed. It's just this trend where like they hold up these massive fish and they're like on a boat or they're fishing in a lake.
shit-eating grin, like.
It's just like a one-time thing.
Where are these guys from? Like, who's fishing like this? The only fish I've been around in New York has been sushi and then the goldfish that killed itself that we had like 4 years ago.
What are you gonna try to flex on a Tinder profile pic? Like, hey babe, like caught this fish. That's what I can catch you.
Yeah, he's definitely from Long Island, man. There was a whole article about people from Long Island like fishing and killing sharks for show, and that dude looks like he's from Long Island.
Ladies, set your radius to like 10 miles. Avoid Long Islanders.
Away
we want them to be their own state. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, turn off the bridge and tunnel.
Like, I think guys are also so worried about, like, oh, you're looking for a dad for your kids. Like, no, not necessarily.
yeah.
I'm raising my kids. I want a guy who's gonna make me happy for my kids, but I don't need somebody to raise my kids. Yeah.
I think that what they were diagnosing might be like half of it, which is like dudes might have a misconception that they have to step in and be like a dad for something that they don't want to be a dad for. But I think the other half of it is like somebody who's a mother and is like supporting their child as a single mother is clearly like very mature, right? Like that's like an adult person. And I think maybe for like some of these dudes that they're dating that might get scared by that, they're less mature guys.
All right, so someone who has dated 2 single mothers at some point in their life. Personally, like the caveat what Justin said, I think the less mature guys will be like, oh, it's like I have to step in as a father, have that misconception. But I never had that misconception or fear. I knew it was,
No, Matt just didn't want to stick around anyway.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. I knew that it was just another level of like responsibility that they had. So I never held it against them. It's like, but I would say for me at least, it's not I would say it's kind of a misconception that guys are just like, oh, I don't want to deal with, being a stepdad.
Did you ever meet them? Did you meet the kids?
Yeah, one was like into Pokemon, and I was like, well, I know Pokemon. Let me see your card collection. And I was just roasting him on his card collection, being like, yo, that's ass, bro. I got a Charizard holographic. That's the freaking Pikachu.
You told an 8-year-old that his Pokemon game was weak?
Yo, man, they gotta learn from a young age.
Who broke up with who? It's like, mommy, that's who said I sucked it.
Fortnite.
Don't worry about that.
So the rule number 1 to like being casual sex is that you have to leave in the morning.
Okay.
You do not have breakfast with them. You don't make their bed. You don't ask them how they slept. You go.
Good to know, because I wake up and I'm just like,
no, bro, you wake up and you get out of there.
This is
No, that's not it. You write your name and your number on a sticky note, boom, you're gone.
Call me on Taco Tuesday.
My only response to that would be that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and you should just eat breakfast because it's important. Oh, you guys can see James Bond's her way out of the apartment, like slings up.
Yeah, straight up like peace.
She said, write your name on a sticky note.
That's-
She went in, like, she was like, no, write your name on a sticky note. No, even better. Take lipstick and write on his mirror your name.
That's
And
insane. No, that's crazy people stuff. That's
Personally, that's like right up my alley. I love that crazy girl. Oh, you tell me you wouldn't text me and be like, yo, dog, this girl left her name.
never said those words.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying you would.
No, I'd be like, no,
this girl just ruined my mirror.
No, yeah, it's straight out of a Hitchcock horror movie, like 6 Bloody Mary. Like, no, absolutely not. Like, that's a red flag from the jump. But there's probably some cool stuff you could leave behind, like James Bond, like leave like a flower or some like whatever, right? like, what's a cool thing? Like, I don't think guys have a cool. Would I leave a sock with like what's but no, then my foot would be uncomfortable while I'm walking home.
You can leave like something really expensive behind so that we know we have to see you again. Like if you leave your Ray-Bans or something.
Oh, you're gonna see that shit on Craigslist, man.
Come on, Rebecca.
You already know you have to.
Long Island. I don't wear Ray-Bans. You are only in Long Island looking for suitable partners, and I think you should broaden your search.
Oh my God.
Drop everything that will ruin my political future when I run for the mayor of like Poughkeepsie or something.
Okay, I'll be your senator. Hey, did he hang up? Matthew, Justin, thank you so much for doing LadiesPoopToo episode 6, my very first Dudes Day. I hope everyone has become a little bit more educated on how ladies and men poop. And that's it.
Hopefully not.
Oh, thanks for having us, Rebecca. Yeah.
Shout out who?
Odell Beckham.
Sade Bedouinois. My boys don't cheat. My boys take vitamins, but they're allowed to both skip their vitamins and have a hall pass for Sade Veteran. Use Channel 7 Beauty and All Time Love. Cut that whole thing out.